Hi guys, Dandelion here. I was looking at this hail story today, and I'm kind of glad that this is really the only weird thing that I could find so far that happened. There was an incident that Dabu reported where in Florida looks like some kind of strange light, a plume accompanied the rocket, and the first thought that came to mind there was that maybe they were sending up something nefarious in the ETs, the benevolent ETs, or possibly the positive side of the military. There is a civil war within the military right now, so positive military, even secret space positive military, could have prevented that launch. So it's hard to know. So let me see. Yeah. This is Dabu's. Oh yeah, this is Dabu's video about the mysterious light, and that is worth noticing. Well, reason why I wanted to look up hail is because it's that 30 word again. It's Alice, Bible, and hail, and another word. Let me go look it up. Hold on. All right, so yeah, this is 3180, 38, and that's an 11. And it has, okay, eagle's the one that I wasn't remembering. It's just not normal that all of these top four right here share Jewish, English, and simple gematria. That's not normal. And then also Alice, what I want to say is these are really high priority, like a high visibility type of words. I was just doing, I had to pause for a second because I was decoding something, and I was looking at the word imagination, and there was, in one of the valence fields was a 30, and the imagination and Alice connection hit me. So anyway, let's go to Italy here. This is, I wanted to show you how close this is to the Philae line and to CERN. CERN is right here, and Lake Como is right here. So this also could have a CERN connection. Let's see what else. There is, the coordinates don't look too strange to me. I can move this so that you can see them too. It's hard to know exactly where to put this, but usually they pick it out for you. So, you know, there's a 915 here. I guess that is pretty strange. You guys see that? Because if I move my cursor down there, it doesn't, the numbers will change. Well, actually, yeah. See, okay, so look down here. Look here, and then I'll go back to the marker they have here, and there's a 915. So it is a little interesting that happens on a 9/6 day on a 9/15 place, when we know we're all kind of wondering what the heck's going to go on in September, and plus with 9/15. So maybe that's something to keep in mind. This number, the 46 number, is 23 plus 23. And it looks like there's, depending on where you put this, it's a little sensitive, but if you look to the, right before the north, there's a 54, which is a 9/9. And then, oh my gosh, it is a little spooky, because you can see that I have the cursor right on the red balloon where they say Lake Como. This is supposedly where the hail happened. And then on the farther right, there's a 2722, which is a 922. So you have a 915 to a 922. So that is a little strange, you have to admit. The other thing that came, you look at these pictures. Let's go back to the pictures. Here we are. What this reminds me of, what came to mind, and I was trying to remember the movie. There's a movie, and I think it's Armageddon. It's either Armageddon or Deep Impact, and I'm hoping I'm right, where in the beginning there's a hailstorm that kills a young Asian man. He's calling home, and he doesn't make it home because of a hailstorm. So now that makes me want to go back and find that and see if I can find any date references right there. That movie had a lot of 9/11s and 9/23s in it. Armageddon did, and it's either Armageddon or Deep Impact, and I hope I've done so many movies, and now there's so many cross references. So I hope I'm remembering that right. But I just wanted to bring this to you and show you this in Google Earth. The other thing I've been working on in Google Earth, I've been having a hard time with my screencast, you guys. It's been eating my videos. I've lost 4 videos that I wanted to show you. I did videos on September 3rd that were about the news, that showed that the date was in the names of the characters of the news, and I had that all done, and then it wouldn't make it. It wouldn't. The video wouldn't publish, and then we're going to go to London, and then also it wouldn't load. I thought, well, my goodness, what's going on with my screencast? I still don't know. But I did a video on another type of screencast thing, and I don't think that's going to work out either. But on that video, let me show you real quick, because I was over here in London. I just had the feeling I should come here to look at London, and when I first came in this far, I could see the back of a skull, and we saw a skull at Washington, D.C., so that's not too surprising. But the reason why I wanted to pick up the mic and show you this, it doesn't have so much to do with these dates that I can tell, but it looks like, if you look at this with me now, you can't see the skull at all because he covered it up with the numbers. But if you, let's see, let's click that down, it looks like there's kind of a number map here. So, and if it's relative to the skull, that lets us know a little bit more about how they see the numbers. So look up here, if I go in far enough, you can kind of see the top of the skull here, and you can see that there's a little bit of a crown chakra. Also, I want to point out that, yeah, where these lines go, I think they go up to giant circles. Here you can kind of see the lower jaw, and I do want to look at this more. But anyway, coming out the crown, if this was the eye, and I do want to draw this because I know it's hard to see. Looks like that the top of the head are 111s, 100s, spiritual numbers. Here's a gateway number right here, the 101, the 108. So those are more centered over here. Then when you come to the back of the head, you have the 200s. This is the occipital area. You start with the 200s. Over here you have a 1112. I mean, I think this might be a little idea of how they are seeing these numbers. They order them on these places of the skull. Like if the skull was a map, you know how you've seen some like brains or maps, we might have a number map association here. I just noticed this, so wanted to show you. So down here by the base of the skull is the base number that I was telling you, the ham, the lower, like this is the lower brain down here. This is the medulla, would be inside here. And then I'm going to have to come in here and see if I can find the pituitary and see what we can learn about that. But over here we have a 420, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. There's a lot of 420s over here, and I think it's right in this area of the brain. So maybe they're saying, you know, not quite frontal lobe, but more forward. Makes me want to go look at some brain anatomy now. I think this is the eye. And then when you come in here, even though you can see this jaw right here. So then the numbers that are more like the 23s and the 32s, here's a 203 gateway, just like on the Simpson doorway. Whoops, let's go back out so we can see it. These are really right, like I guess maybe at the top of where the jaw is, and that would be like right before your ear. If you can feel on your head right now, right in front of your earlobe is if you move your jaw while you're feeling it, that's where your mouth moves, and that's where these 32 numbers and these 23 numbers are. And then what came to mind was that Buckingham Palace has the word mouth in it, bucca. So I will come back here and show you where Buckingham Palace is and see, I'm going to try to draw this because I know it's hard to see. It'll be hard for me to do because they have it just crammed with those numbers so that you can't see. And I zoomed out to see if there was a larger person here. Right now I don't see one. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting, that there might be a map of the numbers. We have the 300s over here, kind of in the, I guess it would be the eye range, what you see. Oh, look at that. It's funny. Let's look for, see, here's the eye. And then seeing, of course, is the 33rd degree angle. There's a 23 right here, though. But up here, more by the eye, are more 3s. And we know that at the Capitol building, they have the 33rd degree angle coming out of that eye, which is all in the belly of the owl in Washington, D.C. Here we have a 003 gateway. So not a whole bunch of 33s are popping out, but I bet if we zoomed in there and took another look, we could see more symbolism of what is actually. So it's interesting, the 33s are near the eye, the 111s are up by the top of the head, the 400s are in this part of the head. Looks like the 500s are over here. 22s are down by where the lower reptile brain would be. So probably not a coincidence. Alright, I hope you guys are having a good night, and I'm glad that today nothing too bad happened, and I wonder what kind of fiascos went on behind the scenes. I wonder if we were protected or if it was just a blessedly, you know, kind of a normal day. Nothing, I mean, I know some sad things happened, but nothing that seemed like that it really, you know, grabbed the attention of the whole world. Alright, hope you're having a good night. Talk to you later.